Oh my God, Sean. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the friendly vibes.
It's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve, guys.
And here we are. I'm joined by a fellow riffer himself.
That's me.
To fly the friendly skies of fun for an afternoon evening. It's 1:51, so we've got the Malibu Caribou. We've got the rum chata and hot cocoa vibes going on. My guest today, TSS Universidad, Jeff Morris. Dude, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you for bringing us such lovely accoutrements to help our potting. Oh no.
Shit. I spilled.
We've had spillage. All right, we're going pause.
Pause. It's stuck to the coaster.
No.
Sorry.
No, you're good, man.
Oh, we're
all right, we're back. We're live. It's been cleaned up and mitigated.
Yep.
It's always good to have a spill right off the top of a podcast. It's good luck.
It's like good luck. It's like when a bird shits on your head, which I've had that happen before.
Is it good luck?
Terrible day.
It's not good luck.
No, it was
they
not
lied
good
to
luck.
you.
No.
Yeah, it does really go nicely. The rum. I've never had rum chata.
Yeah, no, it's a great way to get shithoused on Christmas. Yeah. You know, it brings families together. Some say it brings families apart, depending on who you're talking to.
Give me just a little more space when the mic will sound better.
Okay.
Just push it away from me. Yeah.
There it is.
There. Oh, there it is. Sweet spot.
Sorry, guys. I was deep throating the mic.
We got excited off the rip. We got our Pokemon glasses. Mm-hmm. We've got some Godzilla playing cards we're going to open later.
Yeah, dude. I'm stoked.
Does it get more American than this Christmas?
Yeah. We're opening up Japanese fucking lizard monsters on American Christmas.
What am I hoping for in these cards? Like, what's a good pull? Any clues?
Mothra.
Yes.
I mean, ideally, you're getting like Shin Godzilla or something in there, which would be pretty fucking tight. But I don't know, man.
Is this like a collectible? Like I could actually pull something rare?
I bet you could. I'm sure you could get like a D10. I don't know what card ranking systems are, but you could get like a 10 out of there and be like, wow, that was worth $50 on eBay. Wow, I got my fucking limited edition Charizard.
I've been into like weird collectibles. I feels like all my life. When I was younger, I collected coins.
Oh, so you're just like an old lady.
Yeah, I've been an old lady for many years, Jeff. You're absolutely.
You're a guy that watched Fox News in the early 2000s. You're like, I gotta get this mission coin.
No, my dad started getting us like silver proof sets for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it when they were doing the quarters of all the states, and then they were doing the dollar coins of all the presidents.
Okay, and so you got all
so I've got,
the coins, all the presidents.
I think I've got damn near most of them, but that's a weird thing to collect because it's like, what am I gonna? Should I have already resold these?
Right, probably. They're like Beanie Babies. Their peak were in the 90s.
Completely missed the chance to like have any gain on my investment whatsoever.
And now you're just like, well, I guess this will take up the storage unit.
It's now it's right there with my HawkTua coin.
Yeah,
the rug's been pulled.
Wait, do you actually have a HawkTua?
Dude, I lost everything. I had migrated my 401k, my Roth, put it all on a Tua coin.
Just a blowjob coin.
I figured I had to spit on that thing if I really want my investment portfolio to go up.
Lost. I'm bankrupt.
She's being sued. She's cooperating with federal investigators.
What is she being sued for?
For like financial manipulation of the market.
You know, can you really blame a dumb 20-year-old?
No, there's people behind her that did this. Yeah, it's not her.
Like this lady, can we talk about this for a second? Please. Is that like this lady got literally blew up overnight for saying, I fucking love giving head. Right. And like, okay, Jeff, we're in Christmas of 2024. Maybe you're a little late to the game, but I don't think she deserves anything. Like, if she's getting arrested for this, it's not her fault. You know, Jake Paul was in the background just being like, hey, you should start a coin.
Yeah.
And then he went off to fight Mike Tyson, you know, like.
Did you see that pre-fight interview with the Mike Tyson stuff where Mike had to, there's like a 14-year-old girl he's doing the, circuit. He's got to do press.
Yeah.
This sweet 14-year-old girl. She just wants to be Doris Burke someday, right?
Right.
Young girl. She's got a dream of being in sports broadcast. She goes, Iron Mike, when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be? And Mike goes on for like 2 minutes about how stupid it is that everyone talks about legacy, and he ends it with, when we're dead, we doth with nothing. Long pause, and it cuts to this girl. She goes, wow, I've never heard of it that way. Thanks for sharing your perspective, Mike.
I like him. Oh, man, he's a good dude. I like everything that he's about.
Dude, he is
I just want to eat this fucking kid's ear.
Chill, Mike, chill. We're not even in the ring yet. This is a journalist, Mike. Don't eat her ear.
He slapped the fuck out of that kid for stepping on his foot. And I was like, you know what? This is good.
Yes.
That was deserved.
Well, it feels like that's kind of one of those things they're doing to kind of charge up the fight.
Bring juice into a 30-minute Netflix thing that you can't even watch because it fucking blacks out.
Yeah, that seemed like what it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch it, but I wanted to.
There were a lot of people that were trying to watch it.
Yeah. That's true.
Attempts at watching it.
A lot of people that were like, man, I should have just streamed it illegally like everyone else.
I wonder where those fall in the numbers. Mm-hmm. Like, do they count those as views? Like the attempts to view?
The attempt to view, yeah. And you're like, your retention value was through the roof. Well, that's crazy. I didn't watch anything.
Well, when you rewire the back-end analytics for the fact that most people couldn't actually see the thing they wanted to see.
They saw his butt, though.
Dude, what a thong.
Yeah. So I had a question about we're in Christmas time, guys.
Christmas time.
It's Christmas.
It's the merriest time of year. If you're in Europe, this is a great time to drive through a Christmas festival.
Exactly.
It's happened in almost every major European city. Over the last 5 years.
Really?
People drive cars.
Since COVID?
Yeah. People get pent up, staying in their homes. I don't know what it is. Confluence of factors.
Did you know in Japan they eat KFC on Christmas?
Do they?
Yeah. My girlfriend's there right now, and I hope that she eats KFC on Christmas.
Seems like a cool tradition.
It's like the bit, right? Like that's the whole point, is that like when you're there you have to follow traditions.
That's soft power, by the way.
Yeah.
When people are like, oh, United States, no one wants to be like okay, listen, they're eating KFC in Japan on Christmas. I think we're still the hegemonic power of the world.
That's right. So here's my real question though, is that as an adult, what kind of gifts do you like to get?
Dude, I'm the
like if your family's gonna like get you something on Christmas, what do you actually want?
I wanted a Nikola Jokic jersey, the new color jersey, whatever.
Yeah,
so that's what I wanted.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm a terrible recipient of gifts.
So am I.
I've been my entire life the worst person to give gifts to.
Rarely want anything. And if I do, I'm going to get it myself.
I've always been someone that has like that instant regret of purchasing things. Like I'll talk about a research buying something, and then as soon as I buy, I'm like, why did I pass? I don't even need this.
I don't fucking need this. I've never used this.
Never.
And like there's some things where it's like I got the sweater. Fucking love the sweater. It's great.
Looks good on you.
Thank you. But like there's other times where you're just like, this is going in the storage unit.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, we were talking about storage units before we went on podcast.
There's a samsara to the consumerism that the United States has, a life cycle, if you will. And the best thing that most of our stuff could hope to become one day is just on storage wars.
Yeah. No,
an item that people are hoping they might have behind that gate.
You're hoping that your shit ends up in Texas and someone's going to bid on it.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Like eventually, hey, I died, I passed away, but guess what? My legacy lives on in this Texas guy's house because he spent $1 million on a storage unit. And guess what he found? A Funko Pop of a Twinkie guy.
We have a new studio accoutrement, which is a Funko Twinkie. Very Americana, very top shelf. It's meant to be
There's
with
a Taco Bell hat, and that's all he got.
Yeah, and he's rocking Tanner Kaufman's recent gift for the studio for this app.
I love this hat.
We're deep in the vibes, dude.
Yeah. Because what was the story is that he was like, I wear this hat.
That was his party hat. That was his getting hat.
Yeah. Well, and that's what this is another thing that we were talking about. Like, this is the fun part about podcasts is that we all, like, we showed up like 20 minutes ago and had like a podcast without the cameras on. And now I'm like, I'm going to bring this back up.
Remember those things we talked about off the mic? Let's talk about those again.
No, let's talk about that again. Like, at what age do you realize I don't have to have, like, we all were like, yo, I wear this hat to parties, or I wear this shirt to parties because it helps me get laid. At what point do you realize, like, you could just wear that anywhere, buddy?
Yeah, that could just be a cool hat you like.
Yeah, I like this hat. I would probably wear this daily.
When there's part of the confidence of growing up as a young man where you attach
sentimental value.
Yeah, you have worth to the items you're wearing or your job, or
you're like, yeah, of course I'm gonna wear my Bucky's shirt to this party.
What am I not gonna get some?
I'm gonna get pussy in this shit.
And then at some point you have to rise above your items, and they just become passive things in the background.
And then you're just like, I work out in that.
And then you don't
shirt.
know what to get for Christmas.
Yeah.
You don't know what to ask your family for.
A Bucky shirt, because I love wearing them to work out.
Oh my goodness. I don't know where we go in this country, but I don't think that killing the hope for home ownership in young people, and I don't think it's a good playbook, BlackRock. I know you won't listen to me, but
I want to buy a house someday.
I just think if you got enough people that don't think there's any upward trajectory, you get more chaos sown into the society.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
No.
Because we want to have productive Christmas mornings. Santa Claus coming to every home.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Just hanging.
You're just going to big vibe?
Just vibe out.
Yeah.
Lots of NBA basketball, hopefully.
Okay, there you go.
Maybe a meal with a friend. Who knows?
Nice.
But
can I tell you what I have planned?
Please.
I have systematically organized the saddest Christmas that I could possibly curate.
Yes.
Intentionally.
Let's do the sad Christmas, please.
So this is for a little bit of Jeff Morris lore, everybody. I moved away from Portland, Oregon this year. It's fun. So this will be the first Christmas that I spend away from home. You know, like last year, I think I worked on Christmas, but I still got to see people, whatever. This is the first time where I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out by myself.
It's a depressing thing.
No, for sure. I've been kind of quelling it with it since Thanksgiving. Is like, oh, this is kind of a bummer. And so how do I deal with that? Let's make it sadder, right? Like let's make it a thing. And so what I decided was I'm just gonna like try to make this the saddest thing I could possibly make. And so I'm gonna hang out in my apartment alone. I'm gonna get really drunk.
Studio apartment?
Yeah, studio apartment.
It's a crucial word to throw in there.
Yeah, it's a studio.
Helps with
my bedroom is in my kitchen. And I am going to get pretty intoxicated.
Because why not?
Step one, get drunk at like 11.
There's football on this Christmas.
I don't have any way to watch football.
Fuck.
So
you have the internet.
But that also adds to the bit.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. It would help. It would be a redeeming quality. We don't want that.
I don't need anything good happening to you tomorrow.
That's not the goal, Sean.
I'm gonna order Chinese food.
Elite.
An immaculate vibe, because it's like if I got Chinese food like today and then I was like, oh, okay, now I have Chinese food. No, I've planned getting like, this is me saying I intentionally said I'm not going to make a nice dinner. I'm not doing anything nice for myself.
Right.
And in fact, I'm going to be like, oh shit, I forgot it's Christmas.
It's Christmas? What?
Whoa, that's crazy. I mean, I'll get something nice.
You guys are open? It's Christmas? That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to order Chinese food.
You should pick it up in person.
No, that's...
Because it's not as sad if you like just get it brought to you.
No, I absolutely plan on it. And then on top of that, what that means is that you have leftover Christmas Chinese dinner. And I think that is a despicable statement.
Yes, it's been sitting out for 3 to 4 hours.
You have leftover Chinese dinner that you're gonna have for you're like, I guess I have lunch for the rest of the week. That's sick. I'll just keep that in the fridge.
Okay, that's pretty despicable. I mean, like, what will you be doing entertainment wise? Seems like this.
We're getting there.
Okay, yeah. It seems like there's a pairing.
Yeah, no, we're getting there. Don't worry. I got these the like frosted cookies.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I got those, except I got a box of 2 of them.
What?
Yeah. And so at the store they had it.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, usually you get like a pack of them, and you're like, okay, well, sick. I share this with everybody.
There's like 8 of them in a pack or something.
Exactly. Yeah. This time they had 2, and I was like, that's perfect for what I'm going for. That's me saying, I don't want love.
That's legendary.
Yeah. So
the fact that you like There are fresh cookies. There are better cookies.
No, they've been hanging out in my fridge for about a week.
Like, these cookies are quintessential Americana. The frosting's fake. The cookie's fake.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't sell these in Europe because of chemicals.
No, you couldn't sell these on the street because they're stale. Yeah, so I did that, and then I also decided I'm going to build a gingerbread house by myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I think that's the paramount. Like, if it wasn't a bummer already,
is there a way you can build the gingerbread by yourself, displayed in a prominent enough place where you might be seen from like a passerby on the street? I don't know what your apartment, but no.
But
chance.
Hear me out on this, Sean. It's not going to come together because all of the tiers are going to break it apart.
Foundational issues. There's too much water flowing through the lot.
Turns out when you put too much water in concrete, it doesn't work. Yeah, so that's my goal for Christmas.
Sounds like you've achieved everything you could have hoped for, Jeff.
Yeah. I've tried telling people this and they have not laughed.
No, I think I'm approaching. I've been through a solo Christmas. I know.
Well, and like my thing was like, I think how much of a bummer it is makes it funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
If I think it would be more sad and more of a bummer if I like went into Christmas and I was just like, yeah, I'll just make a dinner and then, think about my family. Whereas like this, I'm like, all right, hey, this sucks, but guess what? I'm going to make it suck more. Not only does this suck, I'm going to give myself a chore.
You're leaning into the circumstance you're dealt.
Yeah, yes. I told my mom this and she was like, do you need a flight home? And I was like, no, you don't get it. I want this.
And like, it would be too redeeming for you to like aspire to make it better. Yeah, it'd be way sadder. I totally agree.
Yeah, where it's like, just lean into the bit. I don't know, man. Like, if you're really
like, I might be joining a friend's family for like an afternoon dinner tomorrow.
That's pretty sad.
That's way sadder.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of pity that goes into that. And like, to all of my friends that I've had over for like holidays, that you don't count.
But Sean,
definitely, because you have a wife and you could have gone to California with her.
That's true. Mm-hmm. I could have.
Nope. But now we're here getting drunk on a podcast.
Gotta love it. This is the American dream. Win trade for the world.
Mm-hmm. Neither would I. I also brought. You guys can't see it, but
oh my gosh, we're doing diabolical science experiments here on the pod.
I also put rum chata and Coca-Cola, and it's not bad. You wouldn't think it's good.
Let's be clear, it's also not good.
No, I agree with that statement too. But like, I can drink it.
That's just because you're a pro, dude.
And it tastes kind of like a root beer float that hurts.
So you moved to Colorado from Portland at 27. Does that sound right?
Yes.
What spurred that?
Okay, so I grew up in Portland, Oregon, and I had been out to Denver before, and I was like, I like it there. And then it kind of got to a place like, I'm going to say like January of last year. I was like, I need to leave Oregon. And it's for no reason other than it's like, I have done this. I've been here. I need to know what it's like to leave my hometown. And like, it'd be cool if I grew up in a place in Oregon, like fucking the Dalles, Oregon, where it's like, oh, you just move to the big city and go to Portland, because that would have been so much cheaper to like drive 3 hours to the city
growing.
Yeah. But instead I was like, I've been up to Seattle, don't like it, too much rain. Done Portland, too much rain. And so I was like, let's go to the Southwest, and ended up here in Denver. And it just so happens that I was also doing comedy and ended up being here doing comedy in Denver.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you started in Portland then?
Mm-hmm. I did it for about a year and a half.
Fuck yeah.
We just passed 2 years, I think. I don't know.
Good for you, man. Nice.
Yeah. It's fun. It's good stuff.
You enjoying it?
I go through waves where I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. I feel so in touch with myself, and meanwhile I'm on stage being like, my dick's small. I'm really in tune with myself.
I really get me.
But
have I told you guys about my small cock?
You could guess by the way I look. It's not big. but yeah, I go through waves where I'm like, I really enjoy this. I love it. And it makes me happy. And then I go through a wave where I haven't written anything new. And I'm like, I hate this. Why do I continue doing this? And as soon as I'm like, maybe it's time to give up and do something else, I'll write something. And I'm like, I gotta go try that. What, you think I'm not going to try talking about how leftover top ramen's more sad than a TV dinner? Yeah, you betcha I'm going to get up there.
That's good.
And then you inevitably go up, it fails, and you're like, well, back to sadness.
Yes. Well, at the staff open mic in November, it was on the weekend of Sam Talent.
Yes.
Were you at that mic?
Yeah, I was
right.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right, we appreciate that.
Unintentional dream I didn't know I have of getting buried by fucking Sam Talent.
Sam was fun that night.
Dude, that was the fun. He was the previous holder of the funniest set of comedy I've seen, which was at a Sunday Fun Day show at a bar in Denver where he did an eclectic 25 minutes just going around the room.
Talking to people,
Yeah. And then he does 15 minutes at the top of the staff open mic at the downtown club. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to stick around.
And
bring up your host. Here's Sean.
Dogs on Tanya for fucking 10 minutes being like, where's my Coke? Where's my Coca-Cola, Tanya?
Dude.
That was great.
Yeah, that was... and then I just ate a whole bag for the whole time.
Hey, buddy, guess what? You had to follow Sam Talent at an open mic. I think any of us would have done that.
Yeah, I guess.
I think you set yourself up for failure just by taking the role.
At least had the maturity to be like, let me just acknowledge halfway through that Sam is killing in the green room way harder than I'm killing out here.
You're like, oh, wow, Sam's crushing it in there. That's crazy that he's funnier in a room where none of us are trying.
Yeah.
No, we're hearing him.
What a legend. That was fun.
God, I love that guy. I met him back in Oregon before I left, and it was pretty cool. So I was like, he was like doing a show in Hood River, Oregon, and I was walking into the venue and saw him, and I was like, oh, you're Sam. That's sweet. And he was like, yeah. And I had him sign my book, his book of this is great. It's a good book. Read it. Running the Light. And he signed it, and then he went and did the show. And I went up to one of my friends that was also at the show, and I was like, it was crazy. I didn't realize, I didn't think he was going to be, I thought he was going to be like bigger. I thought he was going to be like a taller guy. Like, not to say that he's small by any means, but like I was expecting like big dude. And then my buddy runs into him into the bathroom and was like, hey, my friend thinks you're short. And he was like, your buddy sounds like a fucking idiot.
That's hilarious.
But then we waited in line to like talk to him after the show, which like super generous dude. Like you meet a lot of comics that are like feigning the like, yeah, thank you so much, and like moving on. He very much would like, it felt like he would have to get like ushered out of the person to talk to the next person because
he's just so kind.
He's so kind and he's generous with his time. And then
that's a good lesson for young comics like us, right? Because we do see so many people come through where they are feigning or going through the motions versus like, oh wow,
we work at
shown.
Yeah, we work at Comedy Works, and so you end up seeing a lot of people where you're just like, you're here to do the job, which that's just as admirable as well as being like generous with your time. I also get being like, I don't really want to deal with these people. It's the people that like hit that middle ground where it's just like, you didn't have to do this.
It's performative.
Yeah. You didn't have to talk to anybody after this. But yeah, Sam's super generous with his time, and we were talking to him afterwards, and my buddy was like, yeah, this is actually the guy that said you're short. And he was like, yeah, you're fucking wrong, huh? And I was like, yep. Yeah, definitely. And then my buddy chirps in, and he was like, I mean, like, I kind of get it. And he was like, quiet, men are talking.
So funny, dude.
Yeah, Sam's a good dude.
Well, oh
shit! I almost spilt again.
My God,
I'm done using this.
Yeah, please get rid of it. Out of it.
I will clean up this table before I use that coaster again.
Sorry that my furniture is not built for us having a nice Christmas
Hey, buddy,
Eve
we're in a basement
chocolate.
doing a podcast in a basement right now,
dude. That'd be sick if we had a basement.
I think you're doing better than most comics that do podcasts in a basement. You have fair. 2 couches in here.
That's fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, these couches at the previous spot, it was like, okay, we're gonna get rid of those couches. We need to get rid of those couches. Mm-hmm. And then some of the guests were like, please don't get rid of the couches. And I was like, all right,
Don't ever get rid of these couches.
I'm going to move the couches and figure out a way to, and then I was like, oh.
I like the way that I sit in it and it feels like quicksand.
Yes.
My ass is slowly getting deeper into this couch, and I don't weigh that much.
Yeah, dude, just imagine like a big Hoffy guest. Like, no chance. And they're gone. They are the couch by the end of the ep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it. I'm like kind of there.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Got some chicken wings on the grill. Looks like we've got about 8 minutes to flip, so plenty of time.
Do we like take a break while you're flipping them?
We'll just do a quick pause and I'll flip them. Take them up about a minute.
I'm gonna swap from this to a high noon because it turns out this. The more I drink this, the more I'm like, it's disgusting.
The Coke and rum chata.
Coke and rum chata. My buddy was like, dude, it's good. You got to try it. And I want to slap him.
Yeah, that's.
I was hoping that landed better than it did.
No, I think it did. I mean, he can get slapped.
How dare you, Alejandro?
I wonder, is it actually like curdling? Is it getting worse because of that, or?
Let's look. Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah. Turns out the carbonation. You would think it like on paper, it's like it doesn't work. And then that first sip, I was like, oh, you know what? It kind of makes sense because Coke and rum work. And then rum chata is just rum and milk.
Yeah.
And then you pour it in there and you're like, oh, chemical reaction. That's kind of cool. And then you realize the carbonation is eating the milk. And now
it's really gross. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Steer clear.
Mm-hmm. I'm coming for you, Alejandro. I'm going to slap you so hard.
So how old were you when you did your first mic in Portland?
21.
Wow.
Actually, yeah. So first time I did comedy, I was 21 at Kelly's Olympian. It's no longer an open mic anymore, but they used to do an open mic at like 3 p.m. on Sundays. It was like a legendary mic that lasted for a very long time. And I went up for the very first time. I don't even remember what I said because afterwards I was like, I thought I wanted to do this. I am terrified now because that was the worst thing that I've ever experienced. I bombed so hard.
Did you get any laughs or no?
Not a single one.
Okay.
Yeah, not even one to be like, keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
Not even like any type of reassurance.
Nothing to be like, got off stage and didn't even have like someone be like, hey man, fucking just keep trying. No, very much just like, get out.
Wow.
Nope, they didn't put that out there, but that's what I felt.
Right. Whether you were projecting that onto them or not. That's the vibes.
I was just like, I need to leave. Wow. And then,
do you remember the first joke you wrote? That's like a question I've been asking for a while.
No, I do not. Not one that like, I remember the first joke that like kind of got a laugh is I was talking about like people watching at the gym and like seeing all these people come by and like, there's like your classics where it's like the old guy drying his balls with a hairdryer, but I think my favorite person was the guy trying to impress Joe Rogan in the gym. Like he's just hitting weights being like, Joe Rogan, notice me. He's like, that was it. That was the rep. He's going to have me on his podcast. And now my life's taken off. I'm going to sell creatine. And then that guy dies of a heart attack because of all of the creatine.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
But I don't remember the first thing I wrote. It was probably just like some rambling of like, I think maybe something along the lines of like how white guys' stock is like pretty dramatically declining. Like if we're in the stock market, like get rid of us, fucking bail.
It's Black Monday on white dudes.
Yeah. Or whatever the fucking thing. What's the thing where you like they bet against
short?
Like short white guy stock. Honestly,
Okay.
Which I mean, like. Still true.
Like I was ahead of my time with that one.
Whoa.
That's funny.
Yeah. It is probably something along those lines, but
I stumbled on a really stupid one that recently that I've been having fun doing.
Yeah.
Did you hear that South Korea recently declared martial law First arts, now law. The parliament had an emergency session where they declared the president does not have standing. I have to imagine the president was like, I'm the same size as all you guys.
Stupid.
It's so dumb, but it's fun. It's so stupid, but I've been having fun with that.
Trying to think of stuff that I've written recently. Oh boy. And this is the fun part about comedy is that like all of your jokes are just like your first bit until you sit on it for like hours. And so like, I don't know, man, like musicians get away with things that like a comic could never.
Yeah.
You know, like musicians get to be in people's sex playlists. You know?
Yeah, there's no bits running around.
Yeah, like I know people that have Korn in their sex playlist. My jokes are not making it in that playlist. All right,
that's true. You can have crazy music belongs nowhere near a sex playlist.
Never. I would like, which is a bummer because my goal in life is to make art that makes people want to make out.
That's noble.
Yeah. It's like they're all bad bits. Like they're all your first joke until you really work it out. It's just everybody is too terrified to keep trying, and we're like, bail on it. Next one, let's go.
Yeah.
But
that's how
I don't know.
That's the path, though.
Yeah,
the path we walk.
But after that first mic, I ended up like going back to stand up periodically, and so like.
I was going to ask how long went from that first bomb to did you try it again?
Probably like 6 months to a year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I switched venues. So it went from bombing at Kelly's Olympian to doing Midnight Mic in Portland at the Funhouse Lounge, which is truly a legendary mic and something that I kind of want to bring to Denver on like a Saturday or something where it's just like it's the end of the week. That's where literally everybody goes after shows and stuff to like meet up and hang out. And it's an open mic, so there's no pressure for anybody to like get up or get time. Like you're getting 3 minutes, don't worry, it's gonna suck. Like it's just a like cultivating it's a cultivated environment where young and old comics kind of like meet and congregate to kind of like be like, this is where we end up at the end of the night. And on top of that, like it's just a good place to practice as well. And so I went to that, and the host Noah Watson was like, that was like the first time that I got any kind of like encouragement to keep trying. And he was like, yeah, man, you just gotta like, you gotta show up more. You gotta go to other mics. And I didn't listen to that at all. Because for the next like I was probably like 22 at the time. For the next like 4 years, I would just like go for like a month like trying and then stop. And then finally around like 26, I was like, I need to just do this. I need to go and I need to like commit myself to this because I'm wasting so much time.
Your youth was slipping away.
Yeah, I'm pretending. And if I want to go on tour, I got to stay in my 20s. That's not happening anytime soon.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is happening anytime soon.
We're flipping some wangs.
Have you listened to radio before in your life?
Do I?
Have you listened to it?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to kick us to break with our signature station identification.
Okay, hit me.
You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit, was that another plane? We'll be right back.
And we're back.
And we're back, just like that. How about that? The wings are flipped.
Hey there, cool cats. Welcome back to Sean's podcast, Intolerable.
The old podcast.
We got Jeff Morris on the side here, and we're going to listen to some smooth jazz later. Why do they whisper in jazz radio?
They don't want to break the speaking
vibe
pattern of spoken voice versus jazz is very stark in contrast.
Sure. So you know this because you know this, or because you're making it, you're pulling it out of your
like
asshole?
Most things, I'm pontificating to some extent, but no, I mean like the wavelengths of jazz.
What a pretentious word to be like, yeah, I just pulled that out of my ass. I pontificated this.
You don't pontificate from time to time about the aperture of your mind?
Yeah, I pontify sometimes.
You don't pontificate on the aperture of your own mind and perspective from here and there?
You don't dig deep on one stem of mushroom and find yourself? No.
Come on. I do it without the mushrooms.
Exactly. I write every day.
Oh, my goodness. No, I think it is because it's like you would be breaking with kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
It's like if you put comedy right after music. It's kind of hard for the audience to adjust.
What a bad idea.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Back home, I had a friend that was like, yeah, dude, I'd love to I'd love to DJ and then have you guys do stand-up afterwards. And I was like, that's a terrible idea. I refuse to do this.
Yeah. Like an
you can
actual
play
DJ
after.
set. Yeah, that would be the better
You can play
way.
after for sure.
Yeah.
But before, get the fuck out of here.
That would have been intense. Not a good way.
No, you're going to play house music right before I go on stage.
Yeah, my dick's kind of small.
Yeah, my dick's small and I took Molly.
The social commenters, the philosophers of today's age. My dick is small and I took Molly.
That's right.
Jeff Morris.
Speaking to a generation.
On tour everywhere. It's the voice of a generation.
Speaking to a generation. Speaking of taking Molly,
Teach me.
I once was at a festival last year, and earlier in the day, we had taken ketamine unknowingly. Like someone was just like, here, and I was like, okay, and then it was ketamine, and I was like, oh, my legs are gonna fall out.
I've never done, but I hear it's like you turn into a marshmallow, right? Is that the best?
Yeah, that was a pretty accurate description. Which I was at it was at a set that I was like kind of excited to see, and I was like, this kind of ruins this.
Oh dang.
Fuck. So we'd taken ketamine earlier in the day.
Not by choice.
Not by choice.
By hook, not by by crook, not by hook.
I was hoping for something else. And so we're like walking around, and I was like, okay, kind of getting my bearings back because it doesn't last that long. And then I go into the bathroom, and I had to, as the civils would call, dump out.
Blow out your backside.
Yeah, I had to
You need
poop.
to blow out your own backside.
I had to poop.
Number 2.
And it wasn't a good one. It was a festival poop. And so,
Okay.
and have you been to a festival?
I haven't. I've never festival.
I've
never been to a festival.
kind of like imagine camping, except drinking more.
Yeah, no, I know enough to know it's probably not for me.
No,
Unfortunately.
it's one of those poops where you're like, if I could forget that, that'd be great.
I have enough of those as is. Right?
I agree. And so I have the aforementioned poop, and they were out of toilet paper.
Did you not check pregame?
I did not. I have a bad habit of doing that.
I couldn't be caught dead. Could not be caught dead. I've made that mistake one too many times in life.
I've been bailed out of situations so many times.
So what happens usually? Someone else hooks it up?
Yeah, so usually there's somebody else or something's going on. In this scenario, there was a precariously placed water bottle, like a little plastic water bottle. And it was like, well, festival bidet. Just a...
Wow, interesting.
And it worked perfectly.
Thank God it wasn't dosed.
It was.
Dear God.
And so I molly watered myself through my asshole.
Wow. Sometimes the roads that veer off are more adventurous than you expect, I guess.
Then I watched Odessa and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Oh!
How soon after you bidetted yourself did you know?
Did I know? Like almost immediately.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It was like right on.
Well, no, not like right on, but like within like 30. Like I drugs affect me really quick, and so like I'll take Molly, and like within 30 minutes, I'm like, oh my God. My friends are all in the back being like, we should take more. I'm not feeling it. And I'm like, you're good. Don't worry. Trust me, it'll happen.
Right. You're the canary.
Yeah, exactly.
In your friend's coal mine.
I'm the gopher.
I'm the gopher.
I'll go scope this out, guys.
He's part of the lead team.
And so like within like 15 to 30 minutes, I was like, oh my God, I've made a mistake. No, it was great. It was a beautiful time, but very much was not ready for it by any means, you know?
Wow. I can't even imagine how crazy of a ride the unintentional
When you accidentally spike yourself.
up the wrong way too. Yeah.
My asshole is really warm.
Mystery water coming down is one thing. Mystery water going up, it's a whole different game.
It's a completely different
My
game.
goodness.
It didn't help that we were like, it did help that we were planning on taking Molly that night anyways. So we were like, this perfect.
Wow.
So
That was actually really convenient.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about getting my timing right. I'm
Oh, my
already
goodness.
fucked up.
That's crazy. So did you slip into that kind of culture of festival culture and kind of it seems like
For a bit.
how young were you when you got into it?
Like 23.
Okay, that's not-
My dad died and I was like, I like drugs. So
Gotcha.
I also like house music.
Dad.
This isn't a phase, Dad.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, so I I don't know, like 23, I went to a couple shows. I went to a festival and
As like a coping mechanism?
no,
Of
this
the
was right
loss, or-
before.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went to a festival and I was really trepidatious about it, but like I had gone to shows with my buddies before and like we went to this festival and they found ground press pills, which is like a cocktail of drugs, if you will.
Mm.
And
That's stuff that kills people type of thing.
yeah. And they were like, well, when in Rome. And so the first night, actually, real funny, I didn't take drugs. I was pretty sober because I kind of got dehydrated and I was like, all right, we're just going to ride this out. We'll have a good time. And then we're like driving back to the Airbnb and the guy driving almost drove us off the road because he was high as hell on Molly. And he didn't tell anybody. Meanwhile, there's like 3 people in the car that are like, we're sober. We could have drove.
What the fuck?
Yeah, stupid. And then I want to say the next night we found the press pill and we were like, all right, let's get into it. And I enjoyed it. Had a good time. And I think from that point I was like, all right, I never really got into like the real festival vibe or like the like
culture.
Yeah, never really got into that. And like I kind of adopted this persona that was like, I'm going to ruin it for other people, quite honestly. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Probably not the best thing to bring, but I was like, I like good music. I like hanging out with my friends and I also like fucking with people.
Damn.
And so like
that's interesting.
Yeah, and so there's just like a surplus of people on like acid and stuff and I'm just like on mushrooms being like, I'm gonna ruin your night.
Oh my god, bro. Demon time.
Yeah, for sure. But the problem is that like I would never do it in a way that would like actually ruin their high. I would do it in a way where I'm like, I'm fucking with you and you're having a good time, and that's what matters.
Okay. Gotcha. That's good. Okay.
Like,
so never like a malicious crossing.
No. I wouldn't like that Eric Andre thing where he's talking about the kid on acid and he's like nightmare.
Exactly.
No, I wouldn't do that, but
that's what I was envisioning. I was starting to pull back. I was like,
I mean, the thought crossed my mind a couple times.
Yeah, sure. Certainly. Some of these people are degenerates.
I would like go up to people that are like clearly rolling and go up and be like, do you actually know where the Skrillex stage is? And they would like take a moment to be like, oh, let me help you out. And then they would look at like the map and they're like, huh. Or like, one of my favorites is that my buddy, there's always those people with like the gloves on their, like the light gloves.
What do they call that? Is there a name for that?
Gloving.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. Glovers.
They had that a lot in my high school, Jeff.
Oh, really?
Boulder Public Schools, yeah.
Oh, you went to Boulder? You're from Boulder?
Yeah, outside of Boulder. Where I grew up, yeah.
Gross.
Very gross.
You're a rich white guy.
Well,
do you know the
my
boys
parents
from
got divorced,
303?
and then I also commuted to school from Brighton. So
oh, you're like white, like you're like middle class, like me. Then
yeah, for sure. You can throw me in whatever bucket you want to put me in, Jeff.
Sure.
That's fine.
Did you know the guys from 303?
No, they went to my like rival high school though.
Oh, really?
And they played their prom a few years before I was in high school.
school
Yeah.
is stupid.
Dude, that would have been Can you imagine going to fucking prom and 303 plays your prom?
Prom,
Jeff,
at prom,
let
at
me
prom you get,
put
she
yourself-
wants to touch me. Ah!
Yes, put yourself back in your high school days and tell me that wouldn't be the sickest fucking thing ever.
Dude,
you're staring at the Flatirons of Boulder. She wants to touch me. Whoa. Like, oh
my
God,
boy
dude.
pussy is wet thinking about that.
Come on, dude. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
That was that was like the end of Americana, let's just say.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
lost a lot of it after that.
Yeah,
303.
like 303. Once 303 put out that one song with Kesha, they really fell off and American culture died.
And the Obama administration did nothing to curb it.
They won't bring 303 back. In my administration, 303 will be the best. They're going to be the best band.
Huge band now.
Huge band, biggest band. I said, wow, they're my favorite.
It's numbers and words. Wow.
They're referring to the area code? Crazy.
That's nice. That's a thinker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's the people gloving. And
And
yeah. And
we had a whole bunch of those in my high school. Super fucking sick. Those were the cool kids.
Sure.
No.
And I like my buddy Alejandro hates them with a passion, and so my favorite thing to do at raves and stuff is to find that guy and go up to them and be like, it's actually my buddy's birthday. If you could go put on a glove show for him, he would really appreciate it. It's his first time at a rave. Meanwhile, this guy's a pretty renowned DJ in Portland, Oregon.
Nice.
Yeah, and so like he's playing at the Premier Club, he's doing it all, and I'm just like, this guy's never seen this before. Go change his life. And so it's like, it's never like trying to hurt that guy's feeling, but it is trying to mess with everybody else.
Good time fucking around.
Yeah. If you're in on it, you get it.
Yeah, for real. The real ones now type of thing.
Yeah. What about you? You big rave guy?
No, I've never been fortunate enough to.
You don't want to boots and cats around the house?
I haven't boots and catted around before.
Do you want to?
I mean, I would go to a show to take it in, to explore the culture for sure. I would not be opposed to that. Same with festivals. Like, I think I should go to a festival someday
I think you should, yeah.
check it out.
I think it's worth going to. The big thing is just like finding one that.
But I would end up writing about it like I wrote about Disney World, man, where I take like a very Hunter-esque, like Gonzo-y, like deconstructionist view, because I break down everything. It's terrible.
You're like, I have to dive deep.
I'm like, this is a broken system with broken people and a dog. You
can't just like be present with it and just be like, I'm in this.
No, dude.
Do you think
I'd be present in that way, in a way of like analyzing it through the being in it.
Sure. Are you able to like let go of that when you go see stand up or something, or is it more? Are you doing that then too? Because like the whole point to me in like concerts and everything is to kind of like get away from that mindset and be like, I am like Dave Chappelle put it really well, is like in stand up you'll have like a really good comic will polarize the crowd and get everybody's attention and like in unison responding to the same thing on like on the same page. And I think music and like all art should be kind of striving to do that same thing, where it's like, whether or not you understand the meaning or the purpose of it, you relate to it and you tap into an emotion and you kind of let go of that ego and it becomes more of an id, and you're allowing yourself to like participate in a way that is less yourself and more
collective.
The greater collective.
I do think I would probably have to at this point not be working or watching comedy in any way where other than for pure enjoyment, and I'd have to just purely segment it beforehand as that. Otherwise I'm going to have portions, if not major portions, of where I'm overlapping.
Yeah. And I like, as working at Comedy Works with you, is that like it is super easy to like watch these professional comics go up and watch it in a way that you're not like just enjoying it, but in analyzing it, because you're constantly seeing professional comics go up all the time and be like, oh, that's what you're doing to kind of like get people on board within the first 5 seconds, or that's what you're doing in that moment. Like, this is the subversion of expectation versus just being like, oh, I'm just like participating and I'm watching this.
Yes.
You know?
Well, yeah, I kind of approached entering that job from the beginning as like, this is an opportunity to be a sponge, so I'm just trying to be a sponge.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know shit about anything, but I'm trying to be a sponge.
I don't know shit about dick.
I'm real good at soaking. I'll tell you that. For a sponge, compared to some other sponges that I've interacted with in my life,
Buddy,
I'm better at soaking than some.
Buddy, do I know how to soak?
This sponge can soak, baby.
No, yeah. I have someone shake the bed and everything. Wait, are we talking about?
No, it's a different thing. I've heard of that too. I'm familiar.
I know a Mormon.
No, I grew up with several people that were good friends of mine that were Mormon. They're good people, but
I like
the
those
soaking culture, and I have to be up on the times, Jeff. Like I want to make jokes, man.
No, that's fair. I like those videos online of the guy just like asking people at BYU, like, would you rather kill a dog or disgrace Joseph Smith? And they're like, that dog's dead. I think.
Where's the dog?
It's in my backyard. I have a comedian, Buddy Quinn Johnson, out in Utah, Salt Lake. Very funny, very good dude.
Dude, you should connect me. I've been trying to visit my mom. I had a show fall through that was I was supposed to. I've been just like any spot I can get. I want to go visit her and do some comedy in Salt Lake.
Yeah,
check out the scene.
I mean,
do some mics, whatever.
I can't help get anybody on shows, but I can definitely get you
just connect with people.
Exactly. Yeah, even if it's just going to open mics.
Someone just tells me where to be to try to do the thing. That's the kind of the vibe.
But I think he knows the guy that runs that page where he's just like, Mormon people, are you that stupid? And time after time they're like, yes we are. Yeah, oh yeah.
It's crazy, the wealth of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
It's insane. Did you know that there's only like one bar in Provo, Utah?
And I didn't.
Like all of the liquor licenses got bought up by one guy so that like alcohol isn't served in that city. It's insane how much the Mormon church takes over in Salt Lake City.
That's
wild. Just Utah in general.
Wow. That's very crazy to think.
Which is wild because there's a bunch of Mormons in Colorado too.
Right. There is a bunch.
There's also the cult of the Yellow Deli.
Oh, dude, let's talk about it.
Dude, let's. Oh, my gosh.
One of my favorites.
Didn't they burn down like a field a couple years ago?
Not just a field. They say they contributed to the Marshall Fire, I think, was the finding. Or there was some investigation.
Do you know like the whole backstory of how this came about?
Please
where they're like,
tell people.
I don't. That's why I'm asking you.
It's like a kind of collectivism based cult people that are connected to this series of delis in Boulder called the Yellow Deli.
And they're like, they live killer sandwich.
Dude, they make great smoothies and sandwiches. They have an incredible. I'm telling you, if you are near Boulder, you want to.
If you want to support the 12 tribes,
this is one for the boys. Okay. I'm telling you, this is not related. This is about the same thing that this book does.
Okay, yeah.
If you're trying to get with a liberal girl, here's a pro tip: go to the Yellow Deli because the energy and atmosphere is otherworldly. It's like you walk into The Hobbit.
Is it pretty immaculate?
Oh, it's immaculate. It's top tier. Dude,
I might just go for myself.
You should go for, let me tell you, a smoothie and a sandwich and yourself on a Sunday, Jeff Morris. If you wanted to turn your bad Christmas into a great Christmas, I don't think they're open, but
I don't think this Christian cult is going to be open on Christmas.
I doubt they're probably celebrating the birth of some pagan thing they believe in.
So, like, I got a pamphlet from them once, like the first time I came out here, and it was something to do with like their interpretation of the story of Jesus Christ and how he's coming back, or he has come back. I can't remember, but they also call themselves the 12 tribes.
Yeah, the 12 tribes. It's a new religious movement. It says founded in Tennessee in 1972.
Really? That's crazy.
It's recreate the first church as described in the book of Acts. It is Christian.
Yeah.
But Messianic Judaism.
They named Jesus something else, though.
Yeah, so strict courtship rules, views on child rearing have been a source of controversy. They use community labor.
Yep.
Also criticized for exploitative child labor.
Oh, yeah.
Supremacist beliefs, no way. That's crazy.
Wait, that you're saying that this cult, this Christian cult, maybe don't like
they've been
a diverse
characterized
culture?
as racist, misogynistic, and homophobic. Keep in mind, this is Wikipedia. So
what if they're
most things are that to them? So.
What if they're racist, but they're only racist to like Polynesian people? They're like, no, we like blacks and Mexicans. They're great, but like, if you come from the Pacific Islands, I swear to God.
That's hilarious, dude. It's so funny. They have on their Wikipedia, they have businesses. That's one of the things they go, history, beliefs and practices, businesses.
If they're from Tennessee, I wonder if they're in Nashville.
Businesses.
Too.
And here's the businesses they own. They own a printing company.
Okay.
They own a construction company in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Operating nationally using unpaid and child labor. It has a citation. It's Wikipedia.
Yeah, but who
they have a
hasn't...
construction company in the southern East U.S. They do formulas.
Can we just pause real quick? They're getting a citation about bringing their kids onto the job site. Who hasn't gone to a construction site with their dad before?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a good learning moment.
I grew up working with my dad, all right? Fucking... I've built a fence. I've worn a hard hat at 12. Like, come on,
so
guys.
Let's say you're a new religious group and you own all these construction. Where do you go next? You go to soap and body care research.
Of course.
And then what next after that? You own a yerba mate import company.
Okay. I thought this is a lot more.
And then now, where do we go from there?
Sandwiches.
Let's get organic food distributions in Spain, international company.
So this is like a big deal. They're like a big thing.
And then just like a few more. They're like a farm in Kansas, another Colorado construction business, but they also run restaurant chains.
Yeah.
Including the Yellow Deli restaurants and Common Ground Cafe restaurant.
No shit. Okay.
That's the outreach.
So if you guys want to support a racist, homophobic, child slave labor cult,
I'm telling
in the name of Jesus,
in the name of getting a good sandwich and a smoothie.
Go to the Yellow Deli.
I'm telling you, the vibes. If you want, liberal girls will be like, "Wow, my God, look like they're in a fairy tale."
Get all the babes from CU Boulder to come off the hill.
I'm giving game out because I don't need the game anymore.
Yeah. So
use the game for yourself.
Use the game. Is that one of your moves? Was that one of your moves?
It's a great move, but I don't know if I have any moves really. But that's a good move.
Would that be like your first date spot when you were growing up in that area? You were like, I got a spot. Like you would specifically have to go to somebody that
if you like really like someone, that'd be a great first date spot. But if you have to like have a background,
they also can't be from Colorado.
They could be,
but they probably know.
Maybe they know. Maybe they hey. Even if you know, if you walk into an immaculate Catholic church, even if you know it's cool, and you see that stained glass, you're like, wow, that's great. God might be real.
This is a good one. I wonder.
You know, I do have a theory that if they had more stained glass in the United States, probably more people would believe in God. Still, even without people going to church or all this, just you need to have stained glass.
You know what we also need more of is like a better train system.
Why is this? The trains suck. We need better enforcement on the trains first before we get a better system.
We need to. That's what I mean. Is like a better train system to use.
Okay,
like, get on the train because like this starts. I went to Japan last year. Great time, awesome.
This is a classic. I come back from Japan thing. It's like Japan has the best trains in the world. We totally should have Japanese level trains, right?
Yes.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's asinine that we don't have that.
No, it's spectacular. And like the bullet train makes so much sense to get from like one city to another.
Totally.
The fact that like you can take a 3-hour flight to fucking LA or you could take a bullet train for the same amount of time for way cheaper, by the way.
Well, but here's the thing you got to keep factoring in mind in the United States. Here's why we're going to have trouble with this. I think they're airplanes and the airplane industrial complex behind it is worth so much money, so many billions of dollars that
they don't want to take away from
you'd have to go against that to build it, take on the cost of building it, and then provide the cheaper product.
They were talking about doing that though.
They gave away a bunch of fucking money in California for and they wasted
make one to LA to San Fran.
Wasted it. Nothing's been done.
It's so stupid. But so that's where it starts, and then I took a train. Like a 30-minute train ride here in Colorado. And I was like, man, we need to bring trains back, guys. Everything that's wrong with this country is because trains are gone.
Pete Buttigieg, I think he was talking about, when he was coming on as the, transportation director, he was getting me hyped on trains for a minute there.
Trains rule.
Trains seem sick, dude.
The trains are the tightest, and this is hey, maybe
We've had some bad stuff with trains over the last 4 years, though, Jeff. Remember those rollovers and the chemical spills?
those are American trains. I want a Japanese train.
Oh, so you want like a Japanese company? I don't know. I think. Hang on. I hate to. This might be a little bit on the line.
I want Honda to make my trains.
Won't it be tough, Jeff, in this country with our history to ask Japanese companies to come in and build railroads?
First off, those are Chinese people.
Yep.
Completely different Asian.
Jeff, don't you see that?
Yeah, but we're paying them this time.
I think it's still going to be a tough sell, Jeff.
I think we can make it happen. I think it's possible.
The bullet trains will be built by Honda.
Yeah, dude. They could put their name on it and everything.
They would have to.
Yeah. They could be like, yo.
To be fair, if we're selling the parking lots in Chicago and all the parking meters in Chicago to the Saudis,
yeah,
then we should probably sell
the
bullet trains to Japan and let them build it.
Yeah. And honestly, after what we did in the 40s, I think they deserve the kickback.
The kickback?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I like the way you put it. It's good marketing, good branding.
Sometimes
I think, Tony, it's going to be it's going to be a tough sell in the PR department. But
maybe,
if they
but
can do
like,
it.
hey, if they can make smoking sound cool, still, I think they can make this happen.
What if smoking's just cool though?
It's so fucking cool.
I mean, I hate to be.
I hate them. I hate the smell of it, everything about it. But like,
I don't like it either. But like, it's damn if it's not cool.
Once a year, I look at a pack and I'm like, is this the year? Is this the time that I'm like, I say fuck it and we do it? Never smoked. I've like vaped a handful of times in my life. I've never dipped. I've like had a cigar and that's about it.
But still, you know how cool it is.
Zero inclination to be into tobacco products, and yet every like once a year, I'm like, I see a pack of Camel Lights, and I'm just like, fucking, this might be it. This might be me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick up smoking, guys.
What's your lineage, in terms of your family?
White trash.
No, but like from America.
Oh, yeah. So the story goes that we all came over on the Mayflower.
That's the story you've been peddled. Okay,
and
that's
then,
sick. Everybody in your family,
pretty much, yeah.
That's cool.
And then like,
that's sick.
One Irish guy who was supposed to be adopted and then abandoned made it in there somehow, but that's about it. Yeah. I wish that it was
mostly
like
English.
Yeah, mostly English, Irish, German, a little bit of French.
Nice.
But yeah, like
in the bedroom, folks.
Hey,
ladies.
Nope, only one person for that. Yeah, it's funny saying that because there's a lot of people that are like trying to get out of like being the early settlers of like the early English settlers.
Why?
Of white because they all owned slaves.
Yeah, but everyone throughout history has owned slaves.
Yeah.
If you really like lens out just a little further,
right? If you like
the aperture, just peel it back just a little bit
like,
more.
Hey, they had them in Europe too. But it's funny because there's so many people that are just like, yeah, we actually came over like in the 1920s, so we're not that bad.
Oh, interesting. So like, so now it's like a game to not be
racist. Yeah.
So sorry, not be as OG.
Yeah.
Whereas you would have preferred to be like, oh no, we've been here for a while. It's we just got here.
We've been in the States forever. Everybody's like, nah. I'm like,
we just got here. My God, what have you guys been doing?
Don't you hear my accent?
I'm sorry, what happened?
Huh? But meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, we were the first.
Interesting.
That's the first ones.
That's kind of cool. I mean, geez. Can you imagine what that trip must have been like?
It would have sucked.
We only have a few minutes until we get glorious smoked chicken wings.
That sounds so good.
Can you imagine those people freezing the middle of the ocean on a wooden ship, even trying to comprehend the food we're about to eat?
Right, and they have never seen where they're going before. Like imagine, like, and this is the thing. I've gone across the entire U.S. For the most part, kind of looks the same all around, you know. And so, like, you can take a flight from the West Coast, Portland, Oregon, word up. You leave there and you go to like Tennessee. I'm not going to say it's exactly the same, but you could be like, I get it. It's kind of the same.
I'm not going to follow you on that one, but
no,
I think we've got a great diversity of land here.
Where have you been?
Unlike any other country.
Where have you been that makes you feel so confident in that statement?
I like all the national parks on the western United States.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those are pretty rad. But it's just high desert. And guess what?
Not all of them.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. That's fair.
I will say,
a lot of it.
Denver, Colorado looks a hell of a lot like Bend, Oregon, and those are 4 states apart.
That's true. It's the same mountain range, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the Rockies. That's Cascades.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So there's like a high desert plain in between.
That's right.
Yeah, basically what I'm getting to is that like it can be diverse, but you're still going to see a lot of the same shit no matter where you go.
Okay. Yeah, it should only get so diverse.
Could you imagine coming from the coastal range of like, what do you want to call it? Fucking England. And you're just there, and then you're on a boat, and for like 6 months, you're like, it's gonna look like England. And then you show up in Florida, and you're like, this isn't fucking England, guys. We should wrestle alligators.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Trying to adjust to life.
Yeah. It's insane.
And then everyone gets sick and dies.
Mm-hmm. No, that's also part of it.
Will you kick us to break with an improvised station identification here before we eat these chicken wings?
All right, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. So why don't you strap in, strap on, fuck your partner, and we'll be right back. Hey there, cool cats. And that was Jeff Morris's rendition of Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine.
Now, do what they tell you and listen to this next banger coming up.
Fuck you.
A wing review.
I'll do what you tell me.
I need to pay my rent.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever you need.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
That red light's on, right? Cool.
That Battle Los Angeles album is really good.
Not to divert your attention from this great piece of musical art.
Mm-hmm.
How are those wings? We need a review.
Dude, we were winging so hard. I went straight dry rub, no sauce.
Yeah. Veteran move from this guy. He was like, sauce, please.
Well, unless they're like sauced already, like you got to go with the dry rub because like nothing against any other sauce, but like I want to know what the flavors are on that wings. And must I say, quite good. You know, you get to jerk yourself off a little bit on that one. That was good.
What do you get out of 10? I won't do any jerking. We're just looking for an honest. I will tell you a little conspiracy theory show.
8.5, by the way.
The wings are always better when the producers aren't here.
Yeah, of course. So do when you
miss out on eating the goodness, they're always better.
They're like they show up and like something in the air is just like no. Like either the wing itself was bad and expired and it was rotten chicken and like
couldn't happen, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't let it happen, Jeff. Let me be honest with you.
Someone
couldn't keep business
guys
going.
Get back on the mic shitting yourself and the producers are like, why were we didn't even have to be here for this.
Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah. I had just looping back, we were talking about old jokes. I used to have an old joke that I don't know. It was that I feel like I can never eat chicken and eggs in the same meal.
Oh, this is like my first joke I ever wrote. Kind of keep going.
I can't eat them in the same meal because I feel like I'm committing a foul holocaust.
Oh, it's way better than my first joke. Love it. So much better than my first joke.
A little bit of wordplay for you guys right there.
My first joke's just mean.
Oh, yeah.
There was just this girl in our high school that got bad spray tans. And it was it was like the first joke I ever wrote in stand-up form. So it was like, I can't eat things that are orange that don't taste like carrots. It confuses my brain.
Yeah, okay.
Yams, sweet potatoes, cold
pussy.
Yeah.
I don't think she's getting a spray tan on her pussy lips, though, Sean. Jeff. But what if, like, there was a female Oompa Loompa that was, like, really hot?
That there was. Her name was Snooki.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
pretty sure that's exactly
12-year-old Jeff probably would have been about it.
Fair enough, Jeff. You can't hate the player. I hate the game. Send it to the complaint department.
Yeah, man. For those who died.
We should open some cards, folks. It's the after hours portion of the show.
Yeah, we're really ripping off Dan Soder's thing right now, except they're not baseball cards, they're Godzilla cards, all right? Come after me.
Love you, Dan.
I would love to meet you, Dan Soder.
Well, Dan, I'm sorry that he's bringing this energy into that, but I think we got Godzilla here, so you'd appreciate and love this, Dan.
Hell yeah, dude.
He won't ever see this, Jeff.
No, probably not.
This is from 1996.
That's sick. I might go buy another
Amanda card.
I might buy another pack after
Original
this.
Japanese artwork, but it's made in the USA. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Before I was born, folks.
When?
1 year before I was born, this pack.
Did you know that Blue Oyster Cult?
Yeah.
The band that wrote Don't Fear the Reaper. They wrote Don't Fear the Reaper,
yeah,
which is the More Cowbell song for those who don't know that. They also wrote the Godzilla song.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. Oh no. There goes Tokyo. Go Godzilla.
That's right. That is a fun fact.
That is a little fun fact for the
That's
crowd.
A very fun fact for my audience.
I also, just have I have a strong attachment to Godzilla because my father, who passed away, was a big Godzilla guy. And so this is just a fun thing that I like to have in my life. And now I'm sharing it with you guys.
Well, thank you, Jeff. This is wonderful. Very beautiful.
I might take a couple of those cards. I'm not going to lie.
You're welcome to. We have our first card that we've pulled is a...
what do we got? Mothra. That is a winner, by the way.
That's
Mothra.
A winner?
Oh, yeah. Mothra's great.
It's a card 30. Mothra.
Nice. There's probably 30 cards in that pack.
No way. There's like 9 here or less. Maybe 8. Mothra, sick. Good pull.
Mothra is sick. That's a good pull. Yeah, good pull.
Good pull.
Mm-hmm.
Next on the chopping block, I believe this is him, folks. The man himself, Godzilla.
Let me see. Why'd you have to do the accent?
Well, I love it. Because I believe my dad's cursed me with this name as a long run dad joke.
Yeah.
Because if I ever do business in Japan, he knows. His brother had the same name. He knows.
Sean Connery.
But, Sean Connery, very famous movie star. That's a good joke, right? Yeah, come on. That's just a good joke.
Oh, man.
And I'm cursed with the name. And that's a dad joke. That's as dad joke as it gets. Come on.
Yeah.
This is card number 8, Godzilla.
I have a joke that I could probably never do on stage. Maybe I can because I don't actually do the accent.
Is this a hollow, by the way? Hang on one second,
folks.
This
for sure hollow. Is there are they all holographic? I had a joke.
It's okay.
That was somebody
Godzilla
else on
attack.
the call.
Quick Godzilla attack. Oh man.
I had a
Here's your hollow.
I thought of a joke a while back about that. Oh, dude, I want that one.
You can have this one. This looks sick.
Fuck yeah, that's tight as hell.
This is card 48, dude. Believe it or not.
There's I know that that accent is not supposed to be funny anymore. And for all intents and purposes, it's not.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that we should respect culture and where it comes from.
But I don't think that okay.
I'm not finished.
Correct.
There's a karaoke bar across the street from the house that I lived in before moving here called Chopsticks. And on their billboard, there's a quote that says, "Your most favorite karaoke bar." And this is how I know I don't believe that statement at all. It's because I don't read that in my voice at all.
All right. I'll deflect. This card right here, this blue beauty, folks.
Okay.
Card number 48.
Sure.
This is a great joke that's actually on the back here. Mm-hmm. What special weaponry is Mecha Godzilla equipped with?
Lasers.
A G Crusher, B, atomic. C, kryptonite.
Not kryptonite.
And it's a G crusher, folks.
Yeah, it would be a G crusher. Is that Mechagodzilla?
That is apparently Mechagodzilla.
Dude, Mechagodzilla is sick. Did you watch the Godzilla movies?
I did not like like this.
Not the old ones, but I mean like the newer one.
Here, bro. There's a hollow in here. No way.
Or I guess it was like Godzilla versus King Kong, and then they had to fight. Wait, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. Godzilla Rocks is this next card, folks.
Godzilla is so sick.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so sick.
Well, the last Godzilla versus
4.
King Kong movie that I watched, I went to the theaters and took mushrooms for, and let me tell you, what a blast.
I bet, dude.
It was sick.
Godzilla fears nothing. Card 40.
Let me see.
I gotta let the fans see first.
I don't know if they can see that far.
Fans eat first.
That's so tight. Godzilla's so...
Maybe I'll be able to do a pan,
like 4
dude.
times.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to learn editing. And then I think this is the hollow. Oh,
dude, that's the
this
hollow.
might be a sticker that they give us. Dude, that's an elite tier sticker.
Oh boy. Oh, it's a whole blown sticker.
I think, right? Is it not from 1996?
It might be.
I might have to put that on. Find something.
This is so fly.
I might have to go on the pop that they give.
The Funko Pop.
I might have to put that on the Funko.
On the Twinkie the Kid. I was so mad when I found that because I was like, I want this for myself.
Gifted to the studio, folks. What a generous gift on this Christmas.
Stupid.
Twinkie the Kid.
Oh,
that's me.
My God.
I'm Twinkie the Kid. It's the limited glow chase edition.
What
folks.
a winner, dude. Only at Target. Are you going to keep it in that box?
Dude, it's double boxed up, it would appear. Box on the box right now. I wonder if this is worth more online than what they're selling. Probably not.
Probably not, no. I have one of those.
Sometimes they are, though. That's how people find these things. People don't know what they have.
Exactly. And this is why...
I've run into one of those situations in life where someone doesn't know what they have and you take advantage of them, Jeff.
This is why I have the biggest Funko Pop collection in the world.
Have you ever had that? Where you run across someone that doesn't know what they have and you completely take advantage of them?
No, I don't have that kind of luck in my life.
I've never had that. I was just joking around.
I have one of those Funko Pops, except it's the Linkin Park album cover robot from the Reanimation album, and it maybe is my most prized possession.
I mean, if you found the right stoner at the right festival, Jeff, this sticker
could blow someone's mind.
Oh my goodness, dude. Check this thing out in the light. You really give it a deep inspection.
Dude, yeah.
They do it. They don't make things like they used to. There's no way that you could get someone to print a sticker like this now.
I might go buy 4 more packs from the comic book store I found this at.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
One to keep all of them in the little pack because I like that as well.
Yeah, I should have. I tried to rip it clean and this still got...
Well, I mean, you're never going to open it up perfectly. So you have that's the thing is that there's a bunch of Pokemon card packs that have never been opened just because people are I like it in the box. I don't want to be... I just like the fact that I have the pack more so than I have what's in the pack, because what if you just get a bunch all Jigglypuffs and you're I should have just kept it closed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody's searching for a Charizard, but every once in a while you get a bunch of dog shit.
That's fair.
This is
people don't give enough credit for the Jigglypuffs.
And so I might get 2 more packs, one to open, one to keep,
so that they can appreciate how
what
cool
you should do is you just take a photo of it. And
I think I got it. Look at that.
Of it holographing. Yeah.
Get a little action for the fans. Subscribe to the YouTube. Check out the YouTube if you're not.
This has a YouTube?
Yeah, Intolerable YouTube. It's new. You didn't know that? You got to subscribe, Jeff. Come on, please.
Nice.
Please help us out.
I don't listen to podcasts.
Well, that's fine. Still subscribe. Help our numbers.
That's true. I will do that.
I love you, Jeff. Thank you.
I love you too, man. Oh, fuck. I'm mad at myself, dude. I was going to do this whole podcast with ski goggles on.
Well, I think you're doing a great job looking like yourself. So we appreciate you being you here.
I was going to do the whole
Like,
thing.
oh, man, I was going to be a little ski mask god. Oh.
No, like I just got a pair of Pit Viper ski goggles, and I was like, I gotta. And
so
then,
do you ski?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Have you been up this year?
I have not. I was broke up until about last week.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, how did you get money until last week?
I got a new job.
Oh, that's right. Okay, fair enough.
That pays money.
So now you're thinking about skiing again?
Yeah, I can. Now that I have health insurance, I can be like, I probably can get up there. You know?
Yeah, dude, that's fair. It's a little bit different skiing when you don't have health insurance.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary. You're like, I don't know. I'm going to stick to the green ones. Actually, we're going to stay in the lodge the whole time, guys.
This Opry sounds better and better every year.
Yeah. No, I that was actually a big part of like moving out here, is because I really wanted to ski the Rockies and see what that was like. And so I like moved out here, realized that I was making dog shit money. And then I started not doing that, and now the dream's back alive. You know, I have to like replace a bunch of gear that I lost moving. But
oh dang, you lost it? Is there a fun story there or no?
No, it's just I just lent it to people and then never saw it again. Or
rough,
you know. And like in some cases, it's like I let my buddy borrow a pair of goggles and they fell off his head while he was skiing after a bad bail, and it's like you can't blame him for that. But then there's some things where it's like, oh, you just never gave that back to me. That's sick. Hell yeah. And so I have to buy some new stuff, which not the worst thing in the world, but get to look so fly on the fucking mountain, dude. But yeah, I have to spend like $1,000 getting new like bibs and base layer and shit. But I got Pit Viper goggles, which
that's the first step, dude. Sorry that I'm yawning.
Dog. They're so stupid. Which like I know that most people don't care about this, but I was comparing other goggles and like the high end stuff of like Oakley's and some other Smith and all these other brands.
What
and
about
like,
Wesson? Do you check out Wesson?
What's that?
Smith and Wesson. Do you check out Wesson's goggles?
That the gun company?
Yeah. Swing and a miss. I do it once an episode. Gotta do it. Come
on. Are you telling me to put bullets in my eyes? Because please.
No, please no. Jeff.
Yeah, I was comparing all of them, and like the higher end ones didn't. No, they were not nearly as good as the Pit Vipers, which are like affordable. They're not sponsoring any of this, and I don't need to promote them like this, but like,
be cool. They could. Why not? I'm a good show for them. Come around, Viper people.
The Pit Viper.
I'll
the
talk
Pity
to the
Vipes,
snakes.
The snakes, and then you get some sick fucking sunglasses, dude. Start popping Zins. But they were just like better quality than the rest, and I was just like, this is actually impressive for what I came in here being like, this is a joke. But here we are.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to go skiing. Do you ski?
I used to when I was younger, but we only did it for a few years, and
gotcha.
Couldn't afford it anymore.
I was gonna ask where should I try to go to?
But yeah, there'd be people much better than me that would be able to
far more qualified. Like probably next door, honestly.
Probably we could knock.
Which is hilarious. Like I pulled up to your house.
Okay, don't get too. Yeah,
it's a nice house.
Fair enough.
It's a nice house. Perfect 1-floor house, like ranch style. It's awesome. It's really nice. It's honestly like a dream home to like buy for like a first home buying family. Right next door, a fucking castle.
Literally castle.
There is straight up a castle next door. And I was like, those I feel like there should be a moat.
Small fence. That's funny. Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I do get ripped every time with new guys.
Someone notices
over.
that.
They're like, oh yeah, I thought I was doing a castle for a minute.
Oh no, I knew which one I was doing the podcast in, and it wasn't the
You're a veteran podcaster, you know that. Yeah, you knew better than to think that.
You don't look at the castle and say, does he really does the comedian live in the castle? No, he does not.
I think it's impressive. I live on my own, folks. Come on.
That is impressive. You told me how much you pay for rent, and I was like, that's actually quite a bit for anywhere.
It's fucked. It's more than my parents paid when I was growing up for the house we lived in, which breaks my mind and sadness about the economy. But
we don't need to get into it. I'm here for silly times.
Silly times, good times.
Not for serious times.
Did you see that the Biden administration very quietly is like, oh, is that student debt thing that we were like, we're going to forgive? They were like, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, so did I, but it was just funny to me.
They put it off for 4 years because they were like, we're not actually... You guys believe that? You're crazy. They did the thing where... And like Dane Cook had in that statement, Dane Cook had a really fun joke about that where he was like, yeah, my dad would always take us to... He would say, we're going to Benson's Animal Farm. We're going to Benson... And it's... Benson's isn't going anywhere when he would not take us. They basically did that same thing where your parents are like, hey, this weekend we're going to the zoo. And you get so stoked. You're like, oh,
you'll be waiting for the zoo.
Let's fucking go, man. It's the summer. I'm on break. Let's go to the zoo, baby. And then the weekend comes around and they're like, little hungover. We'll do the zoo next week. And they did that for 4 years. And now they're like, sorry. Maybe Trump will do it.
It's insane to me. That's insane to me.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You know, like, and my thing is like, don't bring it up is my thing. If you're not going to do it, you know, you're not going to do it. Don't even fucking bring it up.
Well, they get votes from it.
Yeah, but you got
to bring it up.
Like, and granted, I've known that the government's been lying to us since I formed a thought.
Yeah, I was pretty young too for me. Isn't it funny to get disillusioned early? Thanks, internet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's a huge contributor to that is you realize that like, oh, most everything you see and is presented to you is kind of a lie. Actually, I'm reading Ishmael right now. Great book. And they basically are just outlining and saying that in the book, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's like from an early age, you're like, I know you guys are lying to me, but then like to also like know that people are falling for that lie.
Dude, so many people.
And you're just like, I don't know what kind of change needs to happen, but I do know that what we're doing isn't working because lying to each other just to get to a position of power isn't solving anything.
And just showing more like since 2012, things have just been getting more combative among Americans.
It's ridiculous, man. All I want is to go 4 years and be like, you know what? Nothing major happened, and that was kind of nice. You know, like I like being like, you know what? No inflation. Not no inflation, like a minimal amount of inflation. Like gas is pretty still affordable after 4 years. And, you know, I don't have to worry about if my president's going to die falling down of steps. And I'm not having to worry about the president-elect like potentially killing people. So somewhere in between would be kind of nice, you know, just like quiet.
Yeah.
Like, is it cool if I just live my life for a little bit?
Or be able to financially, yeah.
That's another good one, yeah. But
yeah, I feel like if the whole if there's people pulling the strings or whatever that are looking at the bottom line and profits, whatever, heads of corporations, however you want to look at it,
you would think that they would profit more off of like the illusion of
hope,
solitude, and like simpleness.
Thank you. And I don't think that they realize that they're going to lose a lot of bottom line profits with their short run mindset over. Mm-hmm. Young people not being able to have any hope for a better life. That's not good.
What is it is like since the inception of the US is that like negative press sells more. And so like since like the moment mass media has been out, like negative press has trumped consumption over positive press.
Always. People hate click, hate watch, always.
And as a result, you just have people that are constantly like fucked up and bummed out all the time. Meanwhile, it's like you think about the happiest people on this planet, Christians, are just like, yeah, we don't consume any of that because Jesus doesn't want that. And I just buy Coca-Cola all the time and I'm happy. And I'm like, you know what? I want that in my life.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I'm like, dang, if I had just a little bit less thinking going on.
I don't even think it's
happier.
thinking. I just think that it's like we are subjected to too much shit and too much like advertisement, too much like negative press. Like we're always being sold something that like we don't have enough time to take a breath and just be like,
be people. Yeah.
Just exist. And then once you start living your life, you're like, oh, I can. Oh, I made enough money that I can go buy a new Honda.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, it makes so much more sense to like let people live their life to get to that place, to buy the thing that you're trying to sell them on versus being like, hey, you're missing shit.
Yes.
Fucking buy.
This is a really good point. Yes. Correct. And not letting them go through those steps to get to that outcome, that delayed earned gratification is destroying us.
And you're setting yourself up for an ecosystem where it's like these corporations and these businesses can still exist while selling the thing that they're trying to sell to the consumer, while the consumer is just like, yeah, I'm comfortable making this purchase because I haven't been like set up to fail as soon as I buy it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what the fuck do I know?
And a lot of people are buying things that they're set up to fail with. Like I see these videos on, Reels or whatever of, hey, talk about the new car you just got or whatever, used car. It's like, dude, you're paying this for 10 years, 12 years. What is this? Like, how much a month?
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah, like you're buying a fucking BMW.
Do you know what APR is?
Yeah.
I don't think you know what APR is.
I don't. I'll be honest.
No?
No. And that's the other thing is that, like, I know for myself where it's like, if I don't understand what you're talking about, I'm not in on it. You know what I mean? I think that, like, that's probably a lot of people, but there's also probably a lot of people that are like, what? I can fucking get this fucking BMW and I only have to pay $400 a month for this? And it's like, yeah, you're paying $400 a month for the next 20 years for that BMW, dude. And mind you, that BMW is going to break down in 5.
Literally.
And then you're going to sell it and be like, I lost a lot of money on that BMW. But
for real. Yep, that's what will happen. And but then they get you in a new or a different loan, more debt, because that debt can be recycled and used by other people.
I don't know, man.
Consumer debt, man.
It's good stuff. Debt's not a bad thing to have either. Like, I think a lot of people are really scared of it, but like, it's not the worst to have debt if it's like controllable, right?
Productive debt is good debt, but most debt isn't productive debt. Consumer debt isn't.
No,
usually.
Consumer debt is not. But like having debt that like builds your credit score so that you can eventually like put a down payment on a house or like finance a loan so that you can start a business that ends up becoming passive income. Like, yeah, that's good debt. But like debt where you're like, I just bought a consumable that is going to expire on a credit card. It's like you're wasting your money. You know what I mean? And like I've fallen into that. Like you end up like I wasn't buying things. I was getting drunk for 4 years, but using your credit card to do that will fuck you up. You know what I mean? And like that's
not going out, not realizing how much you're spending.
It's an extremely depreciating asset.
It's gone instantly.
Yeah, it's gone. You pee it out almost instantly. And then you start thinking about that and you're like, I'm saying all this as I'm drinking alcohol, but I'm like, you just realize,
but you're not out of the bar paying, like, and all that.
Like, I'm not paying 300% more of what I'm buying,
right?
Kind of thing. Yeah,
that's different. At least trying to bring it back to the positive here.
Yeah, dude.
Turned into a sad Christmas episode, folks.
Don't worry, my Christmas tomorrow is going to be sadder. Hopefully.
Well, this will be out in the past, so his sad Christmas is already come and gone, folks. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
Am I?
Yeah, I think so, hopefully. I hope you'd tell me if you weren't, Jeff.
Just have an update on the next one being like, he's okay.
Yeah, well, just come back, so people know you're okay.
That's fair, yeah.
How about that?
Sure. Why not?
Why not? It's been fun, has it not?
Yeah, it's been a great time. I would love to have my buddy Grayson on here too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. What a
Grayson
blast. Garcia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I'd love to.
Oh, dude. Good dude. Solid dude. Funny dude.
Yeah, let's have him on. Let's
also, Denver comic.
Yeah, definitely want to have
Don't
him
gotta
on.
fly him out for anything.
Even better.
Yeah.
I've been having some weird, like, random pods with, like, I had a coworker that was in town on. And
Oh, you're just having some fun with this at this point.
yeah, dude, that's what I've always been doing.
Yeah,
I had my high school English professor on a while back.
That's kind of
like,
sick.
Yeah, dude, this Sean.
Mm-hmm.
This is intolerable. Walking my path. I had my uncle on for some family go to college.
Nice.
Went to
Sweet.
MIT.
Oh, yeah.
From
That's sweet.
Millennium, Iowa to MIT.
I think that, like, more podcasts need to have normal people on it.
Yeah, dude. Talk to them for an hour and a half like I do.
Because they have so much more interesting things to say. What am I going to talk about? Where I started comedy from?
Yeah, no. I want to hear the cool things you've talked about today has been like digging into your like real life or things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
why I always direct the conversation there.
going to festivals and dosing yourself.
Yeah, that was funny. Exactly.
Like that shit's way more interesting than I went to an open mic the other day.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the scene? No. Yeah, I'm not super.
Do you want to know?
No. I'm not super fascinated in people talking about what they think about their comics or the scene or whatever. Like, bro, let's talk about like your passions or your biggest fears or like what fucked you up as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like I want to write a book.
Oh, yeah. You want to tell me a little bit about that at all?
Yeah, I like started this year. I have 3 pages in. What's up? Whoa, crazy. But
a year, 3 pages. You'll finish by when? Like 185 years old?
Tomorrow. Christmas Day. Finishing. I'm gonna bang that out.
That would be sick, dude.
That would be sick. No, I had this idea back in February. I wanted to write a book about a guy. Like I wanted to. Don't anybody fucking steal this.
Nobody
shit.
watches my show, dude. You're fine. You're safe.
Perfect.
You're gonna be fine.
The book should be out by the time this gets traction, so suck it, bitches.
It's probably just coming out now. If you're actually seeing this in the general public 3 years from now, 5 years from now.
3 years is a lofty goal. No, I
feel like 6 years into podcasting, I could get steam. That's not unreasonable.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I was talking about me finishing a book.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah. No, I had.
Hey, fucking get it together, finish it.
Fucking do it. No, I had this idea that I thought it was a good. I like the character of someone who did nothing with his life, just completely useless, goes to his day job and then goes to the bar and gets drunk. But he gets drunk at a karaoke bar. And he does karaoke, like in his day, like that's just his way to hang out. And he's like this guy that like always has wanted something in his life, but
okay,
like he just goes and does karaoke.
Okay,
and he's like really good at singing, but like one day, yeah,
keep going.
Yeah, then one day out of nowhere, big man California walks through the door. He lives in Kansas, but you know, COVID, he works remote now. He comes in and he's like, I gotta take you on the karaoke competition circuit. And so this guy that's like done nothing becomes like this karaoke competition savant while he's just like getting drunk and competing against like Japanese businessmen dressed as Elvis.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
This could be some fun. There's some fun in there.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Do it, dude.
I mean, I could read like a.
No, dude, keep it going. I want to see the book when it comes out, dude. Make it happen.
Okay, I'll make it happen.
Who's going to write the pages?
I have like a really fun paragraph that's.
Oh yeah, you can read it if you want. Yeah,
sick.
So, I just don't want you to feel like you have to overshare anything.
No, I might have felt that way previously, but now I'm like gung ho. Let's do this. All right. A place that
a reading from the book
of Jeff that probably will go nowhere in this lifetime. A place that much like the main character holds no greater incentive or to investigate more than what's on the surface. A cheap bar off 33rd and Sandy, where the charm comes from the patronage more than the space itself. The characters that would show out for Wednesday's emo night, and the would-be fights that would ensue if their vampire friend wasn't up next singing their shitty rendition of Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, or Green Day's When September Ends. The ceiling cloth hangs loosely as if it will fall on someone. Oh wait, as if it would fall if someone could actually hit that one note from Take On Me. To be fair, if that were to actually happen, the bar would likely topple over, serving its true purpose, a coffin for wayward souls looking for one last sensation of glory.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and so that's just a description of a bar that I went to once.
Are you a karaoke fan yourself?
I love karaoke, dude. It's such a... I mean, the book's about me if I wasn't doing comedy.
Okay.
I would just be this guy that's like in a karaoke bar trying to get pussy.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, if I was like 35 and had nothing going on in my life,
when did you get drawn into karaoke?
I mean, like, who doesn't like singing and like trying? It's the problem is that everybody thinks they're good at karaoke, and so like, and not to say that I'm good at it by any means, but like everybody that goes to karaoke is just like not that good. I hate to break it to you guys, you don't sound that good. Neither do I, by the way. But I like the idea of someone that's like really good at it, but he's just doing it because he likes doing karaoke. And then out of nowhere, someone's just like,
"You've got it.
You've got it, dude. You got it."
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see where the story goes from there.
I like karaoke. I mean, it's fun.
Have you thought through any more plot events that would happen on this karaoke circuit?
I like
or the resolve of the story? Have you thought about that?
I have, yeah. I think that at the end, he'll be in Vegas.
Okay.
And then he'll
die.
Maybe. No, I don't want him to die, but I think that what I would like is that like he loses his voice so he can't sing, but he gains a new greater understanding that like if you want something in life, you have to work for it.
Right.
You know, which is like way more wholesome than what I've set up this goofy thing to be.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it can be goofy and serious.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe the ending could always change as you're writing it along the way.
Yeah, but I also think that the karaoke competition, the finals has to be in Las Vegas.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. The epicenter of where culture happens.
But not in like the good parts of Vegas, obviously.
No, it's nowhere near the Strip.
Las Vegas. Not in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it is very far from the Strip.
Reno. Have you heard of Reno?
It's like
it's
Reno. At the convention center.
It might be Reno. Might be a good setting for it, actually.
Reno?
Yeah.
No,
instead of over Las Vegas.
Maybe, but I think that like it being in the Las Vegas convention center.
What if it's in like Reno, but like the nicest place in Reno? So it's like but like we're not in Las Vegas, but like, hey, we're in like the Ritz of Reno.
Maybe the competition before is in the nicest venue in Reno, and then the last one's like in a high school auditorium of Vegas. In Vegas. You're like, I think we took a step down.
Yes, that would be funny. That's good. I like that. Semifinals seem like the finals to me.
Yeah. I was told of a character that I should add to this is a guy with a mullet, and he wears like a disco ball suit. But his biggest character trait is that he brings his own karaoke CDs to play at these competitions.
Okay.
And so he can't have like the generic CDs. He has to have his own burn of it on a CD, and he's like, honestly, the tracking on this one's way better. So like, I'm gonna need you to use this for my set.
Okay, and then that's like what plays the words or whatever?
Yeah.
Or just the audio?
just all of the above. Like he just prefers the way it is, and is just a pretentious dick about it.
I'm just unfamiliar, so I'm trying to understand the CD aspect of it.
Right, but he also has to be the best, longest running karaoke competition winner.
This is the guy, the Michael Jordan of.
Yeah, this is the Michael Jordan of karaoke competition, and so like this is the guy who the main character has to compete against. Also, a Japanese businessman that dresses up like Elvis Presley. And you just
that can is making noise.
Yeah,
to be a mean host, but we hear you, Jeff.
I have ADHD.
No, you're all good,
buddy.
Let me get you hided here before we depart. Have you heard of England?
I have, yes.
They do this thing over there called knighting.
Okay.
Well, here at Top Shelf Studios, after a long conversation, I'm doing the hiding.
Okay.
Because all my life, people have been like, hey, can I get a couple inches? How's the weather up there? And shit like this because of this large
you're
form.
tall.
I'm tall.
I don't know if you guys can tell by him sitting down. We kind of look like the same height right now. But like if we were to stand up, he's like 7 inches taller than me.
Very tall, unfortunately. Yeah. Spinal fusion tall. And so I've come to learn that this is just a meat suit, a vehicle that everyone's driving around that we're judging each other more on than most other things.
So are you gonna check my height?
So I'm going to give you a heart height today.
Oh, a heart height?
Get you heighted after a long form conversation. How tall do you stand physically, Jeff Morris?
Probably like 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there.
Jeff Morris, I heart height thee 6'3" as a tall-hearted man.
Aww.
Hopefully not too tall that you require any type of procedures. Hopefully that's a long, full life you can live with that heart of yours, sir.
I think you start having heart issues after like 6'3".
Yeah, after that.
Yeah, that's where it gets really difficult
for sure.
For people, whereas like your body isn't supposed to be that big.
I got a joke about it, yeah. Doctors told me above 6'2". It's about above 6'3".
You should stop.
Yeah, God's like, knock him off. Knock it off.
Stop it.
Quit it. Big dogs, they die young. Come on. Yeah. Thanks for being here, brother. This is a fun hang.
Thank you for having me, man. This is a lot of fun.
By no means you do have to leave, but we can get off this airtime and live our private lives. Where can the people follow you? Check you out.
I have an Instagram called Jeff_Dingus_Morris because I like making it difficult for people to find me. There's one joke on there that it's all right. The rest, posters.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys want to find that, find it.
Well, hopefully I can make some clips of this and maybe you could post some of those with me.
I mean, I'll definitely post one of them for sure. But I hate posting the Instagram in the first place.
Yeah. I'm it's a fighting against the evil thing for me where it's for like sure. I have to do it now, but it's at the direct conflict of like what I do it for and why it stayed alive this long. Yeah. Like the long form pod thing wouldn't be if what it was in other people's eyes based on a clip based thing. It's like, no, that's not what the show is.
Yeah. It's I mean, like for something so short to put something so tall in, you know what I mean?
Well said, Jeff.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, folks.
Merry Chrysler.
Thank you for make sure you like and subscribe. I'm bad at these things. Fuck off and be well.